All right, picture this. A tiny, unassuming component, often hidden from view, that's quietly fueling, well, a multi-billion-dollar global industry.
Hmm.
It touches everything, from the smartphone in your pocket to maybe the food on your plate. Forget the flashy headlines for a moment. Today, we're diving deep into the surprisingly vibrant world of jet nozzles.
Yeah.
Why should you care about something so seemingly niche? Because uh, the numbers tell an incredible story about where our global economy is truly investing and expanding.
Indeed. It's easy to overlook these foundational elements, but they're critical. Today, we're unpacking some fascinating projections from the Global Jet Nozzles Market Outlook 2025-2033 report. It's from Cognitive Market Research. And just to clarify for our listeners right off the bat, when we say jet nozzles, we're not just talking about aircraft engines.
Right, that's what I first thought.
Exactly. I mean, that's certainly one high-profile application. But this report primarily covers the vast array of industrial nozzles.
Okay.
Think precision spraying in manufacturing, like for coating car parts or electronics.
Oh, okay.
Or high-pressure cleaning systems in construction, specialized atomizers in food processing, pharmaceuticals, even highly efficient agricultural irrigation.
So really broad applications then.
It's a fundamental component for countless industries, far beyond just jets in the aerospace sense.
That's a crucial distinction and exactly why this deep dive is so valuable. Our mission here is to distill the most important nuggets of knowledge from this source for you, giving you a shortcut to being truly well-informed about a market that, as you just highlighted, surprisingly touches so many aspects of our modern lives. We're going to explore where the money is, which regions are driving the fastest growth, and what all these figures really mean for the bigger economic and industrial picture globally. Prepare to be genuinely surprised, I think, by the scale and implications of what we uncover.
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk numbers, because this is where the picture really starts to form. Globally, this invisible market was already pulling in a solid $2.3 billion back in 2021.
Pretty impressive, yeah.
Pretty impressive, right? But here's the kicker. It's not just growing, it's hitting the gas. Projected to nearly double to almost $4.8 billion by 2033.
Wow.
That's what we call serious acceleration.
That's the key takeaway, isn't it? What's fascinating here is that this isn't just a bump or, a short-term fluctuation. It's a remarkably consistent and robust trend. It shows a compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, of 6.217% over this extended period.
And over 6% sustained is pretty strong for this kind of market.
It is. For an industrial component market, a sustained CAGR over 6% is quite significant. It signals a deeply embedded and expanding need across multiple sectors. It suggests global manufacturing, infrastructure development, technological upgrades. They're all happening at a rapid and sustained pace.
So we're not just seeing growth, but accelerated growth. That nearly $5 billion valuation by 2033 isn't just a statistic. It's a powerful indicator of massive investment and innovation happening in the background globally. It makes you wonder, what are the specific engines driving this demand and, well, how is this burgeoning market distributed across the globe?
Precisely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this impressive global growth isn't uniform. The market dynamics are quite varied when we look regionally. They tell us different stories about industrialization and sort of economic priorities.
Okay.
So let's dive into how different parts of the world are contributing to this expansion.
Right, let's start with the undisputed heavyweight champion in this market, Asia Pacific.
Definitely the leader.
Yeah, this region stands out as the largest player, and its growth is nothing short of phenomenal. From a substantial $831 million in 2021, it's projected to hit a massive $1.84 billion by 2033.
Huge jump.
That's more than doubling its size, and critically, its CAGR of 6.869% is significantly outpacing the global average.
It really is.
It truly is the engine room of this market.
That's an excellent way to put it. Within this dynamic region, China leads the way, showing a strong 7.061% CAGR, projected to grow from over $250 million in 2021 to nearly $583 million by 2033.
Still very strong growth in China then.
Absolutely. And this growth is deeply tied to China's continued dominance in global manufacturing, where precision nozzles are essential for everything from semiconductor fabrication to automotive painting and advanced materials processing.
Makes sense.
But what's truly explosive and catches the eye is India.
Ah, okay.
It boasts an even more impressive 7.77% CAGR.
Wow, nearly 7.8%.
Yeah, projected to go from roughly $110 million in 2021 to a substantial $270 million by 2033. This isn't just a big number, it's a story of rapid industrial transformation.
That is absolutely explosive.
Mm.
It makes me wonder, what specific sectors are we seeing drive this demand in India? Is it tied to government initiatives like Make in India, boosting domestic manufacturing in, say, automotive or textiles, where precision spraying is key?
That's a really insightful question.
Or maybe large-scale infrastructure projects needing advanced coding applications?
It's a powerful combination of factors, actually. India's burgeoning manufacturing sector, particularly in automotive electronics assembly, even renewable energy component production, is hungry for these components.
Right.
They're implementing advanced production lines that require efficient, high-precision nozzles for everything from painting and bonding to cooling and surface treatment. We also see significant demand from their rapidly expanding agricultural sector for efficient irrigation and pesticide application.
Agriculture, yeah. Critical need.
The critical need for a country of its size. Exactly. The push for modernization across various industries, coupled with government support for domestic production, creates a perfect storm for nozzle demand.
Okay.
And it's not just the giants. We also see noteworthy growth in Singapore at 7.309% and Southeast Asia as a whole at 7.442% CAGR.
So broad strength across the region.
Yeah, indicating broad-based regional strength driven by similar industrialization and infrastructure pushes.
Okay, so from the dynamic growth engines of Asia-Pacific, it's a fascinating contrast to look at the established giants. Let's pivot now to North America, a region that, while maybe not always hitting the headlines for explosive growth, provides immense stability and continues to be a crucial player in this global market. Starting at just over $630 million in 2021, it's expected to reach a solid $1.2 billion by 2033.
Still doubling, roughly.
Yeah, maintaining a consistent CAGR of 5.581%. What's driving this steady, powerful momentum there?
You're right to highlight the stability. North America, especially the United States, is a bedrock of high-value manufacturing and technological innovation. Unsurprisingly, the U.S. remains the dominant force. Its market set to grow from just over $500 million in 2021 to nearly $1 billion by 2033.
Okay.
Maintaining a steady 5.46% annual growth. This is fueled by demand in aerospace and defense.
Right, high-precision stuff.
Exactly, a sector where precision and reliability are paramount for everything from fuel injection to fire suppression systems. But it also includes advanced materials manufacturing, highly automated automotive plants, and even the petrochemical industry.
Okay.
What's particularly interesting, though, is Canada's trajectory. It shows a slightly higher growth rate at 6.283%.
Oh, interesting. Higher than the U.S.?
Yeah, projected to nearly double its market size from about $70 million to $145 million in the same period. This suggests specific, perhaps sector-specific pockets of acceleration, even within this more mature market, possibly linked to its natural resources sector and, growing advanced manufacturing capabilities.
That's a great insight into how even a mature market can have these fascinating pockets of accelerated growth. Next up, Europe. This market was valued at nearly $559 million in 2021, and it's set to reach just shy of $1.1 billion by 2033, with a respectable 5.82% CAGR. Europe, with its rich industrial heritage, clearly isn't sitting still.
Far from it. Within Europe, we see Germany as a clear powerhouse.
Expected, maybe.
Yeah, leading with a strong 6.545% CAGR. Expected to more than double its market from over $107 million to $226 million. This is driven by Germany's renowned engineering and manufacturing sectors. Think precision automotive, specialized machinery, chemical processing, all rely heavily on advanced nozzle technology.
Right.
The UK and Spain are also showing robust momentum, both above 6% CAGR.
Okay, good signs there too.
Yeah, indicating healthy industrial activity, perhaps linked to their own manufacturing revivals and investment in greener technologies. It suggests, sort of, concentrated industrial strengths in specific nations. On the other hand, Russia shows a relatively slower growth at 4.419% CAGR.
Noticeably slower.
Yeah, which could be attributed to a variety of internal and external economic factors, creating a more measured pace compared to its European counterparts.
It's a compelling picture of localized strengths within a broader growth story. Shifting now to South America. This market, while smaller in absolute terms, is clearly on an accelerating trajectory. It's projected to grow from just over $108 million in 2021 to $234 million by 2033, boasting a very healthy 6.606% CAGR.
That's quite strong.
What's driving this significant expansion on the continent?
That's right. South America's growth in this sector is a strong indicator of increasing industrialization and infrastructure development. Brazil leads in market size within South America, coming in at over $41 million in 2021, with a solid 6.471% CAGR.
Okay.
This is often tied to its massive agricultural sector.
Agriculture again.
Exactly, requiring sophisticated spraying and irrigation systems, as well as its growing automotive and mining industries.
Yeah.
But Argentina shows even stronger expansion, with a 7.156% CAGR.
Even faster than Brazil.
Yeah, growing from nearly $19 million to over $43 million by 2033. This dynamic growth in both nations points to significant investments in modernizing existing industries and building new capacities, particularly in processing and basic manufacturing, where efficient fluid control is crucial.
It's remarkable how these components reflect underlying economic trends in such diverse ways. Finally, let's touch upon the Middle East and Africa. Two regions that collectively represent significant contributions and future potential in this market. The Middle East expects a 6.446% CAGR, reaching over $200 million by 2033 from $94.6 million in 2021.
Solid growth.
And Africa, though the smallest segment in these figures, is still looking at a very respectable 5.821% CAGR, projecting to nearly double its market size to $179 million by 2033 from $85.4 million in 2021. These are far from negligible numbers.
Indeed. These regions are experiencing significant diversification and development. In the Middle East, UAE stands out with a very robust 7.036% CAGR.
Wow, UAE leading there.
Yeah, and Turkey is also strong at 6.77%. This is largely driven by massive infrastructure projects, industrial diversification away from oil and gas, and investments in new manufacturing capabilities, advanced processing facilities.
Makes sense for that region.
Exactly. For Africa, South Africa leads with a 6.478% CAGR, while Nigeria also shows robust growth at 6.048%.
Okay.
Here, the growth is fueled by increasing urbanization, industrialization, and expansion in sectors like mining, agriculture, and construction, which all rely on various types of jet nozzles for operational efficiency and safety. These figures indicate growing manufacturing and infrastructure projects across both regions, driving demand for these essential components as they modernize and expand.
So zooming out from all these fascinating regional specifics, what's the big takeaway for you, our listener?
Yeah.
We've seen a global market for jet nozzles that's not just growing, but truly accelerating towards nearly $5 billion.
That's the headline number.
Yeah. Asia-Pacific is clearly the engine of this growth, driving it with impressive expansion in key countries like India and China, while North America and Europe provide substantial, stable contributions, showing consistent, albeit often more mature, industrial demand.
And this raises an important question. Why such consistent, robust growth for components as seemingly simple as jet nozzles? Think of it this way. These nozzles are like the capillaries of the industrial world. Their expansion signifies healthy blood flow. That is, massive investment and innovation in the industries they serve.
That's a good analogy.
It's a fundamental indicator, far removed from speculative trends, showing genuine industrial expansion in everything from next-gen manufacturing and advanced materials to essential infrastructure and sustainable agriculture. This growth isn't about hype. It's about the tangible, real-world demand for efficiency, precision, and new production capabilities. It's a reflection of global economies investing in their foundational industrial future.
Precisely. Whether you're tracking global economics, looking for investment insights, or simply curious about the unseen forces driving our world, understanding these foundational markets like jet nozzles gives you a surprisingly powerful and nuanced perspective. If you're an investor, these numbers highlight robust and expanding industrial sectors, particularly in Asia-Pacific, indicating potential growth areas not just for nozzle manufacturers, but for the industries they supply.
Right, the downstream effects.
Exactly. If you're tracking global economics, this isn't abstract finance. It's tangible evidence of real-world manufacturing and infrastructure booming globally. It's about seeing the threads that connect seemingly disparate parts of the global economy, from a factory floor in China to a production line in Germany, or an emerging agricultural powerhouse in India.
Yeah.
These numbers are more than just statistics. They're indicators of where the world is building, investing, and innovating. So after all those figures, it's clear the jet nozzle market is a quiet yet absolutely crucial player in our global industrial infrastructure.
It's probably not the topic you brought up at your last dinner party, right?
Probably not, no.
But these invisible components are truly the unsung heroes, making sure everything from your car's paint job to your farm's irrigation system operates efficiently. It's a testament to the fact that innovation and growth happen not just in the splashy headlines, but in every corner of the industrial world, even in what might seem like the most specialized components. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it makes you consider the intricate web of supply chains and technological advancements that underpin our modern world. Even seemingly specialized components like jet nozzles are critical indicators of broader economic trends, reflecting deep-seated industrial and commercial activity.
Mm.
They represent real-world demand and expansion far removed from speculative bubbles. They remind us that true economic strength is built from the ground up on the efficiency and innovation of these fundamental, often overlooked parts.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Now consider this provocative thought. In a world constantly chasing the next big, slashy technological breakthrough, what other invisible markets, these crucial behind-the-scenes components, are quietly driving immense global growth and shaping our future without ever making the front page? The answers might be more significant and impactful than you think, revealing the true engines of our economy.